The following is an exclusive sports presentation of the RVA Sports Network. We welcome you back in to Atlee High School, where senior night festivities have just concluded, and we deeply apologize for the technical issue we had at the very end of the girls' game, losing you with about a half minute to go. Final game for Atlee, and they fall tonight 63-38, the final score. Hanover moves to 14-7. Jordan Davis leads with 20 points. Sarah Johnson gets 14. Rachel Metzger with 8 points, but a ton of assists and some great ball handling tonight for Hanover, who wrap up their regular season at Deep Run Monday night and then await their fate in Region 4B. Will it be enough to get a top 4 seed and get a bye to the quarterfinals on Wednesday, February 21st, or will Hanover have to host a first-round game on Monday, February 19th? Unfortunately for the Atlee girls, with a record of 12-10, not going to have enough rider points in the VHSL Region 5B formula to be in the top 8, so they will not make the postseason, which begins in 5B with quarterfinals 1 week from tonight. We have a very similar situation here setting up in front of us as the Hanover Hawks come in tonight with a record of just 2-18, but they're guaranteed a postseason bid because in Region 4B, all 13 teams get to play, and they will be in that 12-13 play-in game next Friday night, likely at King George, but that is subject to change based on tonight's games and a couple of more games upcoming early next week. For the Atlee Raiders, they have a chance to finish the season at 11-11. For first-year coach Raleigh Axel, that has to be considered a major accomplishment, coming back with just a couple of pieces from last year's team in Tyler Warren and Carson Miller, putting everybody else together and beginning to kind of cobble together what this team will be like. Well, they're going to end as county champions this year, no matter what happens here tonight. The question will be, can they finish at 500, get 11 wins, and use that momentum going into the next season of 2018 and 2019. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, try to get some finals for you for other girls' games. There's some major boys basketball games going on tonight, which we'll keep you abreast of here on the Game of the Week, as well as on Twitter across the RVA Sports Network. All of that still to come. We are about 17 minutes away from tip, Hanover and Atlee. So settle in, fans, and get ready. Tip time closing in on 7:45 tonight here on the Game of the Week on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood and West.
Again, fans, about 14 minutes away from tip time, so plenty of time to settle in, relax, and get you ready for Hanover at Atlee here on Senior Night for Raider Nation. Hanover girls win 63-38 to improve to 14-7. Atlee's season ends with a record of 12-10. We're back in a moment. Fans in between games here tonight. Hanover and Atlee boys getting set. Senior night for the Raiders in their final game of the regular season. And the Hanover Hawks trying to get a 2-game win streak for the first time this year as they look ahead to Region 4B tournament play coming up next week. In 4B, everybody gets into the playoffs. In 5B, only the top 8 out of 15. And that's why the Raiders are going to be on the outside looking in regardless of what happens here tonight. Approximate tip time again coming up about 7:45. Hanover, Atlee, stay with us. Game of the week coming up. Couple of final scores in, fans, while we have a moment here in between games on the game of the week. Girls basketball, Glen Allen defeats J.R. Tucker tonight 50-41. Jaguars solidified their positioning in Region 5B. Coming into tonight, they were number 8. Now they have back-to-back wins over Hanover and the Tigers. And so Glen Allen looks like they'll be in Region 5B's playoffs next week without a problem, though they may end up in that 1-8 game. And right now that would mean having to take on Highland Springs in the opener. So congratulations to them. Also congratulations to Mills Godwin as they pick up a win 37-25 over Douglas Freeman. Freeman's season comes to a close. Godwin's season ends at 15-6, but they'll be in the top 8. They were midweek, were the number 5 seed. They go 1-1 the rest of the way. They were battling LC Bird, just a tenth of a point behind them a couple of days ago for the 4 seed. Of course, you don't get home court advantage in girls, as we mentioned earlier. In Region 5B, next week's quarterfinals, they'll be held at the boys' top 4 seeds. So, for example, if LC Bird ends up being the number 1 seed for the boys, then the number 1 seed for the girls, which is right now Highland Springs, they would end up taking on the 8th seed at LC Bird. So a little disadvantage for the girls in that you win, but you don't earn a home game. That's just how the tournament is set. So it'll be girls, boys, doubleheaders, region quarters next Friday at the boys' top 4 seeds. But right now, Godwin at 5. We'll see if they can maneuver any closer to either Bird at 4, Meadowbrook at 3. Our coverage of region tournament basketball gets going next Friday night. We'll be across our Twitter network. And, of course, we'll have region tournament central set up for you next week, no later than Thursday at rvasportsnetwork.com. Bookmark the page, and you'll be able to go to it every day for the next week and a half for tournament scores, brackets, updates, ticket prices, locations, because some regions you play at the higher seed, other regions we have neutral sites. We'll have it all for you, as we always do. Count on the RVA Sports Network for Region Tournament Central. It debuts on Thursday at rvasportsnetwork.com. 8 minutes to starting lineups here on the Game of the Week. Back in a moment. The following is an exclusive sports presentation of the RVA Sports Network. Senior night, everybody. And come on in to a raucous Atlee High School gym. Can't you tell? Rob with them along with you. The pep band's rolling. Raider Nation, the Atlee Rage Cage right behind me to my left. The Hawks Nest moving in on the other side, right in front of our broadcast position and a little to the right. As we get set for boys basketball action, the battle for Central Hanover. Round 1 2 weeks ago went to the Atlee Raiders at Hanover, 80-70. Tonight, Hanover comes in having won just their second game of the year last night, upsetting Glen Allen, effectively ending any hopes that the Jaguars had to make the playoffs in Region 5B. For Hanover, even though they're 2-18, they've got tonight's game. They go to Deep Run Monday night, and then they get ready for next Friday, where they will play in the Region 4B play-in game, 12 versus 13 seeds. Likely we'll have to go to King George unless some weird things happen. And then the winner of that one moves on to the first round on Monday the 19th to take on the number 5 seed on the road. The top 4 finishers in 4B, they get byes to the quarterfinals. So Louisa and Caroline, they won't have to play until Wednesday the 21st. So the Hawks are 2-18, but they've got a ton to play for. For the Raiders, all they have to play for tonight is right in front of them right now. Because if they win, they'll finish the season even at 11-11, which considered how much Rowley Axel, the first-year head coach of Atlee, had to rebuild this program when he took over in March. An 11-11 record is pretty doggone impressive. But unfortunately, in a very competitive Region 5B where only the top 8 teams make it this year, it won't be enough. So the Raiders' season will come to a close tonight, win or lose. The Hawks, meanwhile, could go on and on and on, even though their record is much worse than the Raiders. It just depends upon how your region does their tournament. 4B, it's all in. 5B, it's top 8 out of 15 only. Our buddy Cameron Taylor at Cameron9408 on Twitter, getting set for Lee Davis, Patrick Henry over. And there's another situation to where both teams have struggled this year, 5-6 wins. Lee Davis, the season ends. But for Patrick Henry, they get ready for the playoffs because in 4B, everybody gets in. Rivalry night in Hanover County one more time. All of the games going on tonight, though, are make good games. We weren't supposed to play tonight, but snow in early January moved this game as well as the Lee Davis-Patrick Henry game to tonight. Let's get ready for the starting lineups and senior night here at Atlee High School. But first, we're going to get a national anthem in, and I think we had this national anthem when we were here for our doubleheader last month against Verina. You're about to hear a fantastic job done by a freshman cheerleader for Atlee. So let's get ready for our national anthem, and then we'll have our starting lineups here on the Game of the Week on the RBA Sports Network.
By Atlee's very own freshman, Audrey Taylor.
It's Audrey Taylor doing the honors of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Our national anthem from Audrey Taylor, freshman here at Atlee High School, does a very, very, very good job. We are live at Atlee High School. The Rage Cage are ready. It's not only senior night, it's silent night. So fans, if you're not familiar, I'll quickly explain. You won't hear a peep out of the Atlee student section until the Raiders score point number 10. And then when they do, they will erupt in celebration. A recent trend with student sections that we first saw about 4 years ago at Glen Allen High School. They really set the standard in the area for Silent Night, and it has exploded over the last few years. So the Rage Cage will be quiet behind me and to my left for a little while, but not for long. Starting lineups being introduced.
Senior center, 21, Colin Hudson.
First, the Hawks starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 5 senior starters.
And we're going to get 5 senior starters for Atlee. Here are the seniors for the Raiders.
We have Kyle Karabiak, 6'3", forward senior.
Kyle
number 3.
Karabiak.
Starting in a forward position, 6'3", senior, 3'3", Connor Snavely.
Connor Snavely gets the starting lineup call tonight.
A 6'2", senior, 1'1",
Cam Smith starting lineup tonight.
Power forward position, 6'5", senior, 1'5",
Garrett Faber in the starting lineup for the Raiders. And at guard, Carson Miller. And we are set and ready to go. Head coaches, Darren Thornton at Hanover. Raleigh Axel in his first season here at Atlee, replacing Phil Reynolds, who left after a decade after last season, and his son graduated. And Phil now working under the staff of Andrew Lacey at Varina. So an all-senior starting lineup for Atlee, 4 usual bench players. Miller, the only senior starter in a normal basis. And I suspect they will they'll play for a while. And Coach Axel, as time goes on in the first quarter, will work the starting lineup back in to the game. So Atlee looking to sweep. Hawks trying to avenge the 80-70 loss at home 2 weeks ago. For the Raiders, tonight is the end. For the Hawks, much more to play for. The tip is controlled by Atlee, and we're underway on the game of the week. Smith cross court to Miller. Miller into the corner for Karabiak. Pass inside, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Nope, check it. It's not going to be a foul. They're going to call it turnover. As the pass to Faber inside, he couldn't hang on to it, and it goes out of bounds. So no foul. Turnover to Hanover. DJ Sims with the ball up top to Will Fayhead. Fayhead over to McCormick. McCormick back up top. They whip it around to Hudson. Hudson right wing. Gets the dribble going. Looks for a cutting Sims. Nobody there. In the corner. Shot short. Rebound McCormick inside. Tries to get in. Shot waved off. Traveling Hanover. St. Christopher's falls tonight in VISAA action. St. Anne's Belfield wins 65-55 over the Saints. Miller works it to Karabiak, over to Smith, and back up to Miller. Kind of a man-zone hybrid right now for the Hawks. Looking inside to Faber. Pass tipped by Hudson. Taken away by Hanover. Trevor Brooks gets it. Over to Sims. DJ going to drive off the glass short. Rebound Faber for Atlee. Give it to Miller. He'll go across the timeline. No score, a minute 15 in. Pass tipped. Almost stolen. Miller gets it back. And they're going to say have backcourt violation as Miller got the ball back. But his legs were straddling the blue line. Armstrong leading Highland Springs 21-8 and a must-win for the Springers if they want to make the playoffs in 5B. Hudson with a left hand, jumper, too strong, long rebound, kicks out to Karabiak, and he gets it over to Miller. Miller across the timeline, kick out, Snavely in the corner, lost it out of bounds, last touch by DJ Sims. 6:19 to go in the first, no score. Fans, again, we apologize for the earlier technical difficulty. Got it back on the air, and we've got a foul on McCormick, his first and the first of the night for either team. Snavely will take it out of bounds right in front of us here. Hermitage beats Thomas Jefferson tonight, 59-33. Panthers put on a big run there late to try to make the postseason in Region 5B, and it may not be enough. Ball inbounded to the Raiders. Miller gets it to Karabiak and around to Smith. Smith double teamed and stolen by McCormick. Throws it down court. Fayhead gets it, tries to get it over to Sims and isn't able to. Too strong, and the ball out of bounds. Hanover misses a big opportunity there. Snavely on the right side gets it up top to Smith with 5:43 in the first and still looking for our first points tonight. Miller looks to drive. Carson in the corner, driving the baseline, and we're going to get a turnover to Hanover. Carson steps on the end line, trying to work the baseline. Turnover to the Hawks. McCormick looking inside. Pass actually goes off the backboard, and it'll be a turnover to Hanover. Check that turnover to Atlee. Now, it didn't hit any part of the apparition that, makes it out of bounds automatically, so it might have been somebody touched it and the ball went out of bounds. We get a kick. Sims in the backcourt trying to deny the bounce pass from Miller to Smith, and Atlee will take it in front of their bench. Seniors all five still in for the Raiders. No score, 5:15 to go first quarter. Miller double team, gets it to Smith. Smith bounce pass to Faber. Faber traveled. 3 minutes in, no score. And again, no Atlee Rage Cage fire and fury until the Raiders get to 10 points. Fayhead working right side, nothing there. Sims will pick it up top. Snavely on him, looking for a cutter down low. It's Hudson. Put it up with a turnaround, and it's good. Colin Hudson for two, 2-0 Hawks. 4:38 first quarter. Miller to Karabiak. Almost traveled into the corner. Smith fakes a three. Jump shot from two is too strong. Rebound Sims. DJ drives in the lane, hangs, floater, good. 4-0 Hanover. Again, Hawks coming off a big win over Glen Allen at home last night. Second win of the year. They beat Powhatan and Glen Allen so far in 2017-18. Smith with the floater in the lane is no good. Hudson gets the rebound for the Hawks. Sims quickly across the timeline. Cross-court pass, Fayhead for three. Back iron, no. Long rebound comes out to Smith. Smith loses it, out of bounds. Tipped by Hanover. It'll stay with the Raiders.
Raider basketball on the side.
And the Raiders remain silent behind me. 4-0 Hanover, 3:53 first quarter. Still no substitutions for the Raiders. Smith bounce pass to Miller. Having trouble getting this offense going. Miller with McCormick on him. Drives, puts up a floater. Back iron, no. Rebound, Raiders up, good. Karabiak with the basket. And it's 4-2 Hanover. Sims basketball. Working left side. Dumps it inside. Shot. No good, but a foul. And Trevor Brooks will go to the free throw line as Faber commits his first personal foul.
Number 10 goes to the line for the Hawks.
3:16 to go first quarter. First shot is up and no good. And Brooks will get one more. Second shot coming, up 4-0. Check that, 4-2, make it 5-2.
Makes 1-2.
So it's 5-2 Hawks after the one free throw completed. 3:15 to go in the first. And again, silent night here in Atlee. Karabiak, floater in the lane, uses the bank for two, and Kyle's got all 4 Atlee points. 3 minutes to go in the quarter, 5-4 Hanover. Sims with the basketball. Left side to Fayhead. Miller on him. Gets double team, picks up the dribble. Hudson bails him out. Pass to Sims, baseline. Nothing there for DJ. Kicks it out to Brooks. Brooks around to McCormick. 2:35 in the first. Sims fakes a three, drives the lane, hands it off to Hudson. The beautiful assist, Sims to Colin Hudson. And it's 7-4 Hanover. 2:22 to go in the first. Miller over to Smith, back to Miller, left corner. In the corner, Snavely, shot partially blocked. McCormick with the rebound. Bounce pass inside. Hudson spins, moves, shot, no, travel. Turnover to Atlee. So the Raiders get the ball down 7-4. 2:08 in the first. Seniors have gone all the way in this first quarter so far for Coach Raleigh Axel. A double team, they pick it up, get the ball to Karabiak in the lane, put it up, blocked, and the rebound, Fayhead. Beautiful block by Trevor Brooks that time, getting positioning down low. McCormick drives the lane, loses the ball. Snavely saves it to Karabiak, now to Miller. Raiders don't have numbers. Carson looks to drive, gets the foul on the baseline. That'll be on Brooks. His first. Jalen Ross to check in for the first time tonight for the Hanover Hawks. He'll replace McCormick. 7-4, 1:41 to go, and Raider Nation patiently continues to wait to erupt at point number 10. Pass almost stolen. Smith saves it, left wing. Bounce pass, Karabiak, open shot, no, too strong. Faber tries to get the board and does. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller double teamed. Fayhead strips him. Hanover ball. Up 3, 1:20 in the first. Sims left wing. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Hanover. It's on DJ Sims, and here comes the cavalry. Tyler Warren, Alan Williams, Chase Catterton, and Andrew Cook all in. Seniors get to play almost the entire first quarter. Carson Miller, the lone senior starter, he stays in. Now the starting 5 in for Atlee. 7-4 Hanover, 1:14 and counting first quarter. Pass down court, stolen by Sims. DJ keeps the dribble alive. Beautiful no-look pass to Hudson, who got open left side. Collins got 6. It's 9-4 Hanover. And a steal by Ross at midcourt, but he double dribbles with the ball. Wow. Well, Hanover could have really seized momentum there and just didn't get to do it. Pass tipped out of bounds by Hanover, stays with Atlee at midcourt across the way. Raiders try to go inside. They lose it out of bounds. Hanover will get it. And they'll have 44 seconds to work with a 9-4 lead. Pass tipped out of bounds, last touch by Cook. And Hanover will reset and try again right in front of their student section. Pass stolen. Miller's got it. He'll put up a three, and it hits the iron, the glass, and goes in. 9-7. Ross down court, puts up a floater, no. Quickly down court to Miller. Open if he catches up with it. Does. Shot, no. Cook, rebound, flips it to Williams, and a steal. Sims gets the bounce pass. DJ double teamed, puts it up too strong. Rebound. Williams for Atlee. 10 seconds in the quarter. Gotta hurry. They'll get it to Miller for three. In and out, no good. And the quarter comes to a close. Had he hit that three, the rage cage would have exploded. Instead, Silent Night continues after one. Hawks 9, Raiders 7. Game of the week here on the RVA Sports Network. Updated scores flying in here tonight across our Twitter network. Late first quarter, Henrico with an early lead on Verina, 20-11. Patrick Henry up early, 9-2 at home against Lee Davis. And Mills Godwin leads at Douglas Freeman after one, 17-12. That's a huge game. Right now, Godwin 5, Freeman 4 in the region standings, but Godwin beat 3 Meadowbrook last night on our game of the week. Thus a win tonight. Godwin, when you rerun the numbers, might move up to as high as 3. Or if these two teams finish at 4 and 5 in some order, they'll play each other in the quarterfinals next Friday night in Region 5B. Basketball to Hanover to start the second quarter with a 9-7 lead on Silent Night and Senior Night here at Atlee High School. Rob Witham along with you. Inside, quick pass to Brooks, too strong on the layup attempt. Got his own rebound, stripped by Caterton. Caterton down to Miller. Miller needs some help. Double teamed, triple teamed, and out of bounds. Turnover to Hanover.
Into the game, number 30.
James Stevens is going to check in for Hanover for the first time tonight. Brooks will have a seat, and Hanover will take it out right in front of their own basket. 9-7 Hanover, 7:39 to the half. 21-13, Henrico leads Verina after one. Pass, Ross, almost stolen. Hudson gets it back to Jalen. Ross looking, shot off the glass, good. Gets the roll. 11-7. 4-point game. Early second quarter. Warren with the ball. Get it over to Miller in the corner, nothing there. He'll get double teamed and will get a foul.
Number 20.
Foul will go on Fayhead, and that is his first. 11-7 our score, and Smith is going to check back in. All right, question here. And that was a substitution. They get Miller out. Cam Smith's going to check in. First blow tonight for Carson as he played the entire first quarter. Atlee basketball. Cook will take it in. Pass tipped, stolen by Atlee. Hanover. Going to the hoop, shot, blocked, but a foul. Warren got the block, but I think the foul was below him. It was on Catterton, his first, and the team's second. And so Fayhead to the line to shoot a pair. Up 11-7 early second quarter. First one's good. Will on the scoreboard, 12-7 Hawks. Second shot coming for Will. Good. 13-7. A minute gone by here in the second quarter. Cook driving the lane. Up. Shot. Good. And a foul. Foul's going to be on Stevens, his first. And if Andrew Cook makes the free throw, watch out. It'll be point number 10 here on Silent Night. And if he makes it, you'll know it. I'm going to lay out and let you listen. It's good. 11-10 and a steal. Quickly down court, Smith for two. Cameron Smith. And the lead is down to one. 13-12. Pass down court. Beautiful assist. Shot short. Rebound Hawks and in by Stevens. Man, the Hawks were crashing the board that time. 15-12. 6:27 in the half. Warren in the corner finds Williams. Touch pass to Smith. And the easy two. And the engines are starting to fire now. 15-14. Ross, bounce pass to Fayhead. Waited too long to get it to him to try a three-pointer. Ross with the basketball. The Rage Cage up and running now. Kick out to Sims. Thought about a three. Kicks out instead. Works the right wing. Back to Ross at 6 minutes left first half. In the lane, they get Hudson. Hudson up high off the glass for two. Colin Hudson with 8 here in the first half. 17-14 Hanover. Cook in the lane. Lost it. Out of bounds. It stays with Atlee. Pass inside to Warren. They'll kick it out. Long three-point attempt, no good, and Sims skies for the rebound. Three-pointer for Ross is way off. Williams with the board. Working the lane, Catterton, shot blocked by Hudson, out of bounds. It'll stay with Atlee.
Baseline on the block by the Hawks, checking back into the game. Senior captain Carson Miller.
So Miller back into the game. Long pass up top to Williams to reset. Raiders ball down 3. 5:10 to go in the half. Steal. Ross creates a 3-on-2. Sims with the short jumper off the glass for two. Good decision there by DJ. Really no way to get to the hoop. Use the glass to your advantage. 19-14. Cook down the lane. Shot no. Williams skies for the board. Up and in. Allen Williams for two. 19-16 steal. Cook. And he puts it in. 19-18. And we get a foul on the inbounds pass. It'll be on Cook, who just got the steal and the bucket. Trevor Brooks back in. Hanover gets it in and across the timeline. It's Sims. He'll stop. Shot blocked by Williams. Out of bounds to Hanover. One in the books at Ashland. 16-9 Patrick Henry over Lee Davis on rivalry night there. Ross gets away with a push-off. Long three. Fayhead is good. Will Fayhead for three. Pass tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Atlee. They lost it out of bounds. Hanover gets the ball back. Holy cow, there have been a ton of turnovers in this game early on. 4:10 to go. Pass tipped again out of bounds, but Hanover retains with the lead, 22-18. No team in the bonus yet. 5 fouls on Hanover, 3 on Atlee's team. Ross loses it, gets it back. The rebound, Cook will get it. Warren altered that shot. Cook, the bespeckled one. In to save it. Turn Ross ahead of the pack. Alan Williams from behind. Foul. It's a free throw line. 6 to go in the half. For the call, it's on 10. Brooks, and that's his second. So Keller. He's got 4. 22-19 that they've endured a 2-18 year. Second shot, Miller off the rebound, tipped out of bounds to Hanover. So Patrick Henry up 16-9, early second at home against Lee Davis. Godwin 17, Freeman 12 after 1 tonight. Huge Region 5B game there. Ross double teamed up top, needs help. Coach Thornton bails him out with a timeout with 3:37 to go before the intermission. Video of Silent Night and the Atlee Rage Cage now on Twitter at Hanover Sports. .337 left here in a raucous and athletic first half. Tons of stuff going on this weekend, fans. Region wrestling tournaments this weekend. We'll be at 5B's Championships tomorrow night at Lee Davis. After we spend the afternoon at Randolph-Macon, I cannot understate how big Senior Day is for Randolph-Macon men's basketball tomorrow at 2. They host Emory and Henry, who beat them in their earlier meeting. The Wasps have lost 3 in a row. Both teams are 10-3 in the ODAC. Winner tomorrow with the inside track to the regular season title and the #1 seed in the ODAC tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Live coverage on Twitter at Hanover Sports coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m. Alan Williams with a bumping foul. And that's 4 on Atlee and 1 on Williams, and the Hawks will take it out at midcourt. So huge day tomorrow on Twitter at Hanover Sports. Randolph-Macon hoops at 2, and then 5B Wrestling Championship action after 5 p.m. Pass inside, stolen, right to Tyler Warren. Quickly down to Williams. Allen hangs and puts it in. 22-21. Down the lane, quickly, Sims, shot, foul. Oh, Tyler Warren thought he got it all ball, but he did not. Said hit him on the head, the ref says. First foul on Warren. Rage Cage not happy with that. First shot, Sims, good. He's got 5. Second shot, short. Long rebound down on the floor, fought for, and we're going to get a held ball, possession arrow to Atlee. It is halftime. Armstrong 40, Highland Springs 35. Springer's desperate for a win to make sure they're in that 8th seed in Region 5B. Across the timeline, Tyler Warren to Carson Miller. They kick it up top to Catterton, and they'll reset. Trapping defense. Pass toward Warren. Stolen. Down court to Sims. DJ will lay it in. Anthony Luck with a beautiful steal. Right. Tyler Warren had no idea he was around him. 25-21. Cook in the lane, kick out Miller. Thought about a three, backs out. Double teamed in the corner. Williams with it. Up top to Catterton. Around to Warren. He'll put up the three. No good. Rebound. Stolen. Cook. Williams lays it up and in. Steal Cook. Assist to Cook. Pass. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Allen Williams. And the action is fast and furious. Don't tell me nobody cares about this game tonight. These kids on the floor are dying for a win. Boys basketball at the half. Two playoff teams colliding in Dominion District play. George Wythe in Class 3 with a 24-20 lead on Monacan in Class 4. Here it's 25-23. Hawks ball up 2. 2:12 in the half. Rob Witham along with you on the game of the week on the RVA Sports Network. Down low, shot, foul. Wallace got wide open, and Oliver will commit the foul as he collapsed quickly defensively, but got him with the arm. And Cole Wallace, who has yet to score tonight, gets a pair here. Cole's first shot is up and good. He becomes the 7th Hawk to score tonight. 5 Raiders are in the box score with points. 26-23. Second shot, back iron, got the kind roll. 27-23. Hawks by 4. Little backcourt press. They break it at 2 minutes left in the half. Miller didn't take the three. Warren up top, Catterton. Chase around, shot almost stolen. Miller's going to go to the lane, put it up. No good. Rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks. Inbounded to Williams up top. Pass almost stolen, and we'll get a foul because the ball hung high enough in the air. Miller went to get it, and Cole Wallace will bump him with the body. 28-21, Mills Godwin leads at Douglas Freeman at halftime. That just in. 1-and-1 free throw, no good, and we'll get a foul on Oliver for over the back on the rebound attempt, his second personal foul. Patrick Henry, midway through the second quarter, leading at home against Lee Davis, 20-14. Patriots with the advantage. Trinity Episcopal all over Collegiate tonight. They're going to the fourth, and they're up 22 at 48-26. Wallace back at the line. Free throw, up, back iron, no. Tyler Warren with the rebound. Oliver with it, lost it, midcourt. Taken away, Fayhead loses it. And Atlee gets it back. Catterton to Miller. Miller to Warren on the alley-oop attempt, no. Oliver gets it back, he'll put it in. Minute 20 to go in the half. Hanover's had the lead all night long. 3-ball, Fayhead, back iron, no. Warren rebound, a 3 here, and Atlee gets the lead. Miller down the lane, floater, no, but a foul. And the refs will concur on who the foul is on. Yep, Hanover wanted a charge, and they didn't get it. It's on Wallace, and that's his second. First shot, good for Carson. It's a 1-point game. Second shot, good. We're tied.
Back into the game, 21, Calvin Hudson for the Hawks.
Final minute, first half. We're tied at 27. Sims with the basketball. Cross court to Ross. Hanover stretches it out a little bit now. Sims fakes the three, drives, kick it out. Ross for 3. Back iron, no. Catterton skies for the rebound. Atlee looks to take the lead. Corner, Warren, baseline, foul. And we're going to get a charge, it looks like, on Tyler Warren. It is. And that's 2 on Tyler Warren. Huge call there. Colin Hudson takes the charge. And Hanover gets the ball back at a 27-27 tie with 34 seconds to go to the break. Sims will walk it across the timeline. Williams will pick it up. McCormick right side. Bounce pass up top to Sims at 20 seconds. Ross left wing. Up to Sims, who faked it back to Ross. Now we'll send it to Jalen at 10 to go. Back to Sims. 5 to go. Ross with it. Somebody's got to shoot. Ross will put it up on a floater. No. And we'll go to the half. Tied. 27-27 at the break. Hawks and Raiders all knotted up. We'll be back. Halftime coming up next here on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood & West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey Wood & West.
We welcome you back, courtside fans. It's halftime at Atlee High School on rivalry night, the final game of the regular season for the Atlee Raiders, and unfortunately the final game for their season, as they will not be able to advance into the top 8 in Region 5B and move on in postseason play. They look to finish with a record of 11-11, which would be a pretty good accomplishment for this young team under first-year head coach Riley Axel. But they have been in a dogfight all first half with their rivals from Hanover, who come in just 2-18, but a winner last night against Glen Allen, trying to get another win and get some momentum going into the Region 4B tournament, where everybody gets in. All 13 teams advance in. Right now, Hanover, as it stands, will be that 13 seed, and will go to the 12 seed next Friday night in a play-in game. The winner moves on to the first round a week from Monday the 19th against the number 5 seed. Let's get you caught up on other scores as we have them at the half. Henrico's lead on Varina now down to just 2. It's Warriors 31, Blue Devils 29. Thank you, Coach Krostick at Rose 6 Ram on Twitter, our Varina reporter, for that update. We mentioned a few moments ago they hit the half at Freeman with Mills Godwin up 28-21. Huge Region 5B game there. If you were with us for our game of the week last night, you'll recall we talked about how Godwin came in last night as the 5 seed. Freeman was 4, and Meadowbrook was 3. Godwin beat Meadowbrook last night. If they can beat Freeman at Freeman tonight, it's very possible that Godwin could get enough bonus points so that their average would take over both of them and they could become the 3 seed. Then it would be a battle of who's the 4 and the 5 between Freeman and Meadowbrook. The 4 seed would host the 5 seed in next Friday's quarter final. So big game there. Godwin can hang on and get a win there. That would be absolutely huge. Now, Mills Godwin does have a game Tuesday night against Maggie Walker. They'll be prohibitively favored in that game. So right now, in terms of their playoff positioning, the next 16 minutes of basketball are everything. Armstrong leading Highland Springs at last check 40-35. And Justin on Twitter in Ashland on at Patrick Henry. Patriots 28, Lee Davis 22. That is the halftime score from our buddy Cameron Taylor on Twitter at Cameron9408. Two teams that are unfortunately playing out the string right now in boys basketball between the Jaguars of Glen Allen, who lost to these Hanover Hawks last night, and the Tigers of J.R. Tucker. They're at the half. Our buddy Doug Hines sends us the report. It is Glen Allen 28 and J.R. Tucker 24. So 28-24, Glen Allen leads Tucker. 28-22, PH leads Lee Davis. 28-21, Mills Godwin leads Douglas Freeman. And 31-29, Henrico up on Varina. Here, we're tied at 27 apiece. Hanover, led by Colin Hudson with 8 points. DJ Sims has 7. For Atlee, 6 points apiece for Alan Williams and Carson Miller. 5 for Andrew Cook. 4 for Cameron Smith and Kyle Karabiak. Again, Hanover will move on into the Region 4B tournament next week, where everybody gets in, and they'll likely be in that 12-13 play-in game next Friday the 16th, trying to get into the first round on Monday the 19th. On Atlee's side, the 11-11 record, even with a win tonight, will not be enough in terms of rider points in the VHSL region standings for them to get into the postseason. So the Rage Cage and the guys here know that the season comes to a close this evening. They want to leave it all on the court, and most of all, they want to sweep their rivals in Central Hanover County. Well, we're all tied up at 27 with 16 to go. We'll take a final quick timeout. Be back. Second half is next here on the Game of the Week, live on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey, Wood and West.
And we're back, tied at 27. Both teams back on the floor, and we'll have action in just a moment. Raiders and Hawks. Well, fans, this is our final Game of the Week regular season basketball broadcast of the year. Want to thank everybody. Ryan Malloy here at Atlee High School. Tom Deneau over at Mills Godwin. Our friends at the Times-Dispatch with the TDIT. Rob Welch with Henrico Holiday Hoops. Clyde Tripp Metzger over at Lee Davis with the Southerner Classic. Let's see. Matt Hatfield and the guys at VirginiaPreps.com. We were with them at the Classic on the 13th of January. David Bedwell and our friends at LC Bird for our opening basketball game back in December. Girls, Bird, and Monacan. And I know I'm forgetting some others, but we're so grateful and so thankful to all the school officials who allow us to come and bring this action to you. Our coverage will continue into March as we'll get back into spring sports coverage. We're already working on 2 big games for the first week of the season. We can't announce them yet, but as soon as we can, we'll have them on Twitter. And you check that Game of the Week broadcast schedule. It'll be updated constantly at rvasportsnetwork.com. That's rvasportsnetwork.com. It's also available at hanovercountysports.net. That's hanovercountysports.net. We'll have baseball, we'll have softball, and the road to spring sports is about to get underway. But, of course, RVA Sports Network, your home for all the big coverage on social media, on our website, and more. Region Tournament Central coming next week to rvasportsnetwork.com. We'll have the brackets, schedules, scores, ticket information, locations, game times, everything you need to know. Region Tournament Central coming next Thursday only at rvasportsnetwork.com. Hawks will work left to right across your PC, tablet, or mobile device, and they'll have the ball to start half number 2. Glad you're with us here on the Game of the Week. And it's not out of the realm of possibility that this is not our last basketball broadcast of the year. We'll see how the road to the Siegel Center goes over the next 30 days. Hawks with the ball underway, third quarter. McCormick bounce pass inside, and losing it is Brooks out of bounds to Atlee. Atlee ball now, 20 seconds into the quarter. See what adjustments they may have made. Hanover tight defensively, picks up the double team trap. Catterton gets it. Back over to Williams. Williams back to Chase. Thought about a 3. Kick it to Williams. Look in the corner for Warren. Not there. Catterton will hit it this time for 3. Back iron, no. Long rebound to Miller. He'll fake the 3. Get around Hudson. Pass inside to Williams. Shot up good. Allen Williams has 8. He leads the Raiders, and they have the lead at 29-27. In the lane, Sims will get fouled in with the body by Williams, and it'll be Allen's second personal foul. And DJ Sims will go to the charity stripe. Sims had 7 points in the first half for Hanover. Colin Hudson led the Hawks with 8. First shot is good. It's 29-28. Next one will tie it. Also makes Sims Hanover's high scorer right now with 9 if he can convert this next free throw. 51 seconds into the second half. He does. 29 all. Atlee basketball in the tie. Cook to Williams. Back to Cook around to Catterton. Corner, Miller open. Didn't take the 3. Around to Catterton. Catterton cross court to Warren, who helps out up top. Tyler bounce pass tipped, and we get a kick on McCormick. Saves the possession for Atlee because there's probably going to be a scrum for the basketball. Now the possession arrow currently favors the Raiders in case we get a tie-up. Warren with it, right wing, up top to Williams, around to Catterton. Catterton cross court to Warren. Takes the 3, drives, loses the ball out of bounds. And Hanover gets it. A minute 20 into the third, still tied at 29. Sims across the timeline. Hudson gives him a tap on the arm. DJ keeps the dribble alive. Inside to Brooks. Brooks looking for the cutter. Nobody there. Fayhead open. Right side to Sims. Sims looks. Baseline. Kicks it around. Ball lost. Picked up by Williams for Atlee. Miller to Allen Williams. Bounce pass to Warren. 3-pointer. Excuse me. No good. Rebound Hudson. Almost got tied up. Able to break it, and he'll get fouled at midcourt. Catterton will commit his second personal. Sorry about the tickle in the throat there, fans. Hawk ball. 6:05 in the third, 29-29. Sims keeping that dribble alive, almost traveled. Cross court to McCormick. McCormick out to Fayhead. Fayhead to Hudson. Hudson up top to Sims. 29 all. DJ stops. Baseline jumper too strong. Fight for the rebound. Won by Andrew Cook. Quick double team. Atlee gets out of it. Miller with it. Looking down court. Nobody there inside. Keeps the dribble alive. Kick out. Warren. He'll go baseline. Inside to Cook. Couldn't handle it. Got it back. Shot blocked. That little bit of hesitation trying to get handle of the basketball. Sims for three. Back iron, no. Rebound. Brooks. And he'll get fouled. 2 shots coming for Brooks. After a foul on Cook, his second. Verina has stormed to the lead, 37-31 on an 8-0 run to start the second half against Henrico. Here, Brooks for 2 shots. First one, no good. And we're still tied at 29. One more shot coming. Brooks can give Hanover the lead again. Bends the knees, puts it up, no good. Rebound Atlee. Warren with the ball, still tied at 29. Williams around to Catterton. Catterton back to Williams, right wing, corner for Cook. Cook looks inside, baseline, goes around, spins, shot, good. Hanover tried to get a flop, and the officials didn't buy it. 31-29. 4:45 in the third. Sims, dribble between the legs, gets it to McCormick. McCormick kicks out to Sims. Oh, he traveled. Oh, my. LeBron can get away with that in the NBA, but you can't do it at high school. Trinity Episcopal wraps up the season sweep of collegiate. 68-42, the final. Titans with the victory tonight. 4:30 to go in the third, 2-point game. Cook, kick out. Miller, 3. Shot blocked by Brooks. McCormick with it. He'll get tied up. Held ball. It'll stay with the Raiders.
In the game, number 15, Keon Murphy.
McCormick out. And Keon Murphy will check in for the first time tonight for Hanover. Catterton gets it up top to Williams. Had Carson Miller in the corner wide open. Didn't get it to him. Now get it to him. Wing 3. Good. Carson Miller for 3. Atlee's biggest lead tonight. 34-29. 4:10 in the third. Sims kick out Murphy. Murphy shot short. Rebound long. Comes out to Catterton. Lost it. Miller picks it up in the front court. Gets around Murphy. Carson, baseline. Whip it out. Cook, drive, shot. No. Rebound. Williams to Cook. Shot, foul. And Andrew Cook going to the line. Fayhead gets called for his second foul. And Andrew Cook to the line to try to extend this 5-point Atlee lead. First shot is up and good. Andrew had 5 in the first half. Now he's got 8 tonight. Jackson Bettinger gets in for the first time tonight. Jalen Ross is going to check back in for Hanover. And Hudson will go to the bench. Six-point game. Cook looking to make it 7. Would be Atlee's biggest lead tonight. Good. 36-29. 3:50 to go in the third. Sims hangs in the lane. Pass deflected, and it's Catterton picking it up for Atlee. Bounce pass to Miller. Miller got Cook in the corner if he wanted him, now doesn't. Miller keep the dribble alive. Picks up the double team around to Catterton. Catterton over to Batinger, open. Shot no good, long. Fight for the rebound, won by Atlee. Warren will go up with it, put it in. Strong with the left hand. Tyler Warren, that's his first two tonight. Timeout, Hanover. It's a 9-0 run. 38-29 lead. That's hard to believe Tyler Warren hadn't scored until that moment.
On the other 20 seconds, checking back into the game for the Raiders. Hawk basketball trailing the Raiders 38-29.
Out of the 32nd timeout, Hanover will go the length of the floor and suddenly down by 9. And you know, in the midst of a 2-18 season, when you had the lead almost all the first half, you're tied at intermission, and then suddenly you look up and it's a 9-point deficit. It's a lot harder for a 2-18 team to dig out of that hole. Fayhead, kick out to Ross, inside, and we get a foul before Sims can get a move in. It's on Batinger, his first, team's fourth. Hanover will inbound underneath, 3:13 in the third. Up top, Warren breaks it up. Tyler down the lane, up, no. Rebound, Brooks for Hanover. Gets it to Murphy. Across the timeline, bounce pass to Ross, 3 minutes left, third quarter. 38-29, Raiders on a 9-0 run. Floater, Fayhead, no. Rebound comes out to Batinger. Down to Catterton. Catterton bounce pass to Warren. Tyler back over to Jace. Now to Oliver back in the game. Around to Miller. Miller for three. No. Rebound lost out of bounds by Hanover. Two Hawks converge on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Those are the breaks you don't get when you have a season like this. Out of bounds, tipped by Sims on the attempted inbounds. Miller to Warren. They'll try it again. 2:34 in the third. Ref calls time. Waits a moment. Now he's ready. They'll get the ball into Oliver. And up top, whip it around to Catterton. Now to Warren in the corner. Back to Catterton. Catterton will drive, 15-footer, back iron, no. Rebound, Sims, skying for that one. DJ in the lane, dump off to Ross. Ross was not in position to lay it in, missed opportunity there. Ross kick out, Murphy, jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound, Catterton. Steal in the backcourt, can Sims save it? Yes, he does. DJ, pass inside, Ross with it. Floater no. Rebound Catterton. And another missed opportunity there. Timeout, Atlee. Coach Axel not happy with what he's seeing right now. A minute 51 to go in the third. It'll be a 30-second timeout. They are going to the fourth at Douglas Freeman, and the Rebels have taken the lead with a big third quarter. They were down 7 at the half. After 3, it's Rebels 40, Eagles 39. And again, very good possibility these two teams meet again 1 week from tonight. Miller breaks the press across the timeline, gets it to Warren. Warren to a cutting Oliver, blocked out of bounds by Fayhead. Stays with Atlee. Patrick Henry ups their lead on Lee Davis to 39-29 midway through the third quarter. Thank you, Cameron Taylor. Baitinger double teamed up top, whips it around, over to Miller. Miller right side, Ross picks him up. Left side, Catterton left open, 3-ball, good. First points tonight for Catterton. The lead is 12. It's 41-29 Atlee, a minute 15 in the third. Murphy around to Fayhead. Thought about a three, gets around Warren, picks up the dribble, needs help. Sims is there left wing. Sims says, clear it out, give me a screen. DJ drives, floater, no. Rebound, nobody there for Hanover. Atlee easily with it. Catterton driving, spins, hangs, high off the glass, no. Rebound, Oliver gets it. Out to Warren, around to Miller for three. Good evening. It's a 15-0 run for the Atlee Raiders. Timeout, Hanover. All Atlee. It'll be a 30-second timeout. And the Atlee Raiders are playing, it's so weird, this dynamic tonight with the postseason talk. The fact that Atlee, in all likelihood and almost definitely, this is it for them. And they battled to a tie at halftime, and it's like they came out and they're like, guys, this is it. We have nothing left to give after tonight, so give it all now. And it's a 15-0 run, and the Hawks, who still have a game Monday night and will be in their region's playoffs because everybody gets in, are kind of stunned right now. Atlee won the first game between the two at Hanover 2 weeks ago, 80-70. Tonight's game's had a much different pace. Inside to Sims. Works, puts it up, no. Fight for the rebound. Sims and Karabiak. Held ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Hawks. Snavely will check back in. Up top to Fayhead. Final seconds of the third into Sim. Traverse layup. No, but a foul with 20 seconds to go. It'll be on Kyle. That'll be his first. And Sims back to the line. He had 7 in the first half. He's only got 2 in this third quarter, both at the line. And now he'll try to get 2 more. First one's good. That ends the 15-0 run. It's 44-30. Oh, my. A huge third quarter for Verina, outscoring Henrico 23-4. They lead 52-35 after 3. Second free throw rattles in and out, no good. Long rebound, Fayhead gets it, and then stolen from behind by Miller. Raiders have it, 10 seconds left in the third. Get it down court. 3-ball, up on the way, no. Rebound, Warren, no. And we're going to get an offensive foul on Warren, pushing from behind, trying to get that rebound. That is third personal foul on Tyler. Final 5 seconds here in the third quarter. See if Hanover can get something in the hoop and cut this 14-point deficit. Atlee right now has the possession arrow to start the fourth quarter. Quickly, John Taylor will check in for Hanover, trying to get some speed and shooting ability. See if somebody tries to break down court. Final 5 seconds. Taylor will now come up. He gets the ball. Back to Fayhead. 2-1. Got to get it off. Does. No good. 44-30. is our score with a quarter to go here on the Game of the Week.
17-3
Excuse me, the big story, the 15-0 run. 27 all at the half. Teams trade 2-pointers, and then Atlee in complete domination. Atlee Pep Band serenading us here tonight. Again, our final Game of the Week broadcast, regular season basketball. There is a possibility we may join you courtside at Siegel next month, depending upon how state tournaments roll. Region tournaments get underway a week from tonight. Stay with the RVA Sports Network for coverage you can't find anywhere else on our website, across our Twitter network, on Facebook, and more. Region Tournament Central debuts on Thursday with brackets, schedules, scores, updates, everything you need around the RVA. RVASportsNetwork.com. We start the fourth quarter. Rob Witham along with you with a traveling call for Andrew Cook, trying to pivot at the free throw line, and Hanover will get the basketball. Not looking good for Matoaka. We mentioned their game with Hopewell tonight being huge if they wanted to try to sneak in as the 8th seed, but they're down 15 now, and we're going to get an offensive foul on Hanover. That'll be on Sims. It'll be his second. So Matoaka doesn't look like they're going to make the postseason in Region 5B. Hopewell getting wound up, of course, for their region tournament in Class 3. Warren across to Miller, up top to Catterton. 44-30, 7:35 to go. Cook with it. Bounce pass back to Williams. Starting five. Usual starting five is in. Cook gets it up over Sims for two. And we get a turnover in the backcourt. Williams to Warren. Warren, turnaround jumper. Good. And now it's 18. 48-30. Hawks in serious trouble. Long three for Fayhead is short. Long rebound comes to Jalen Warros. He'll drive, put it up, too short. 2-on-1 coming. Cook, Warren, got it. They wanted an alley-oop, couldn't get that. Warren jumps up. He's able to kind of throw the ball toward the basket. It goes around the rim and in. 50-30. Fayhead skies and gets it off the glass for two. 50-32 down court. Cook alone. Now a 1-on-3. Puts it up. It's good. 52-32. Fayhead. Pass for Murphy too high. Out of bounds to Atlee. Carson Miller really happy right now. His final night in an Atlee uniform. And he wants to go out in style. They're coming down to the wire. Fourth quarter, Godwin and Freeman. 48-47, Rebels up late. Inside Warren, waits, good, and a foul. Patience pays off. Foul on Taylor, his first, and Warren with a chance at the traditional three-point play. And what's so crazy about this, as we mentioned, Warren scored his first two with 3:24 to go in the third. If he makes this, he'll have 9 very quick points. Missed it. Rebound Sims. Hanover has scored 5 points so far in the second half. Sims spins, kick out. Taylor. 3 is short. Rebound, Fayhead. Up, blocked by Warren. Back to Atlee. Miller driving, kicking. Warren, 3, short. Rebound, Sims. Getting a little frenetic now out here. Cross-court pass. Ross drives. Shot rims around and good. Timeout, Hanover. 54-34, 5:33 remaining. Under 2 minutes to go. Armstrong 71, Highland Springs 68. As the Springers are desperate to try to hang on to the 8th and final seed in Region 5B. It is 71-68 Armstrong with 1:49 to go. Verina with a huge third quarter to get a double-digit lead on Henrico. Freeman 48, Godwin 47. Final minutes of regulation in that thriller. And here, 54-34. Atlee by 20. Out of the Hanover timeout, Raiders with the basketball.
Raider basketball, they can run your baseline since the bucket was just scored.
Inbounds, trying to get it there, and finally does, is Cook. Ball tipped out of bounds, last touched by. No, last touched by the Raiders, and a turnover to the Hawks. They go to the fourth and Ashland. Patrick Henry 43, Lee Davis 33. Ross got to get it in. He'll send it back court to McCormick. Murphy, cross-court pass stolen by Tyler Warren. Warren with authority. And you hear the rage cage. 56-34 pass intended for Sims is knocked away. And it'll be Sims with a foul defensively. His third. 6 on Atlee, 4 on Hanover. This will be an inbounds. Coach Thornton of Hanover having a word with the official. It's been a frustrating year for the Hawks. After that Cinderella run into the state tournament a year ago. Catterton, pass almost stolen by Ross, picked up by Cook at midcourt. Andrew kicks it out. Miller for 3. No good. Long rebound, Ross. Ross got Catterton on him. Floater. Shot no good, partially blocked. That should have been goaltending, and they missed that. Fayhead will get the rebound. Ross, a long 3. Good. No offense, Atlee fans. Hanover deserved that one. They missed that goaltending call. 56-37, 4:35 left. Miller trapped in the backcourt. And we get a timeout, Atlee, with 4:33 to go. 19-point game. Oh, my. 5.2 seconds left in regulation. Freeman 48, Godwin 48, and Freeman's got the ball at home. And hosting in the first round, the quarterfinal in Region 5B, could come down to these next 5.2 seconds. Godwin beat Meadowbrook last night 49-47. Now it's 48-48, Freeman and Godwin. Freeman ball, 5 seconds left. Our Michael Pappas is there live. Out of the timeout, Atlee gets the ball into Allen Williams. Up 19, 4:30 to go. Pressing in the backcourt, Miller breaks it. Gets it to Warren. He'll put up the 3. No good. Long rebound to Williams. He'll kick it out to Miller. Ross on him. Carson down the lane. Put it up. No good. Keon Murphy with the rebound. Fight for it underneath, and we'll get a foul on Atlee. It's on Cook. It's his third. And the 7th foul, so Hanover will get the 1-and-1. Should be a 1-and-1. And they'll get it now to the line. Keon Murphy with a chance for his first points of the night. And if Hanover's going to get a big comeback, they're going to have to get it spurred here at the free throw line. Try to get some opportunities here to score without the clock running. Here's their first chance. It's a 1-and-1 for Keon Murphy. First shot, no good. Rebound, Cook. And another opportunity misses. Williams with the basketball. Across to Miller. Over to Warren. Back to Miller. No reason to hit a quick three. Just keep that ball going and the clock running, up 19. Hanover now has 10 points in the second half. 3:45 left. Warren bounce pass inside. Cook reverse layup. It is blocked by Sims. Out to Murphy. Keon down the lane. Puts it up. Warren rejects it. Warren says no. End of regulation. Freeman 48. Godwin 48. Here, 3:35 to go. Ross will go down the lane unabated for two. And Jalen's got 9, 56-39. Miller almost lost it at midcourt. Keeps the dribble alive, down the baseline, and out of bounds. Carson steps on the end line, and Coach Axel asks for timeout. Full timeout with 3:20 to go. Atlee 56, Hanover 39. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on the RBA Sports Network.
Ford Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Wood and West Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey, Wood and West.
3:20 to go, 56-39 our score. Hawk basketball, but they're down by 17. We have a timeout here. There's some confusion as to who's supposed to be in and who's not. DJ Sims is going to check out. Ken Bunch is going to come in for Hanover. And we just got a technical foul.
We got a technical foul on the head coach.
Referee is going to call a technical foul on the Hanover bench. And Miller is going to go to the line for 2 shots, and he'll hit 1. The whatever had been talked about, it had been completed. The ball was getting ready to be inbounded. Second technical good. And Coach Thornton turned around, was talking to DJ Sims, and apparently the official thought that it was a third-party message and hit him up with the tee. And it's a 19-point game. Atlee ball. 3:15 to go, and we'll get a foul on the double team on Warren against Hanover.
Number 3.
Going to be on Bunch, his first.
Number 3, Red Bunch.
6 on Hanover, so next one will have the 1-and-1. Miller is open, gets the inbounds pass. Double team trap, Catterton gets it. Now to Cook. Cook down the lane, should have walked, didn't get the call. Catterton over to Williams, 3 minutes to go. Back up top to Catterton. When do you start fouling is the question. Inside to Warren, now to Cook, and good. Cook got away with a travel. He'll end up with the basket at 60-39. 2:45 to go. Murphy, kick out. Ball lost, out of bounds to Atlee. Patriots hanging on against Lee Davis, 49-40 now with 4 minutes left to go in Ashland. Here, 2:35 remaining, 60-39. Raiders in control on senior night, and the teams will split. Girls won by Hanover as Cook gets one to float in. Big night for Andrew Cook. He's got 12 in the second half and 17 on the game. Ross over to Murphy. Murphy looking to drive on Catterton. Picks up the dribble. Get it out to Fayhead. Fayhead will drive and get fouled and go to the line with 2:01 to go. That'll be Warren's fourth foul, but it won't matter with 2:01 to go. They're going to put the seniors back in for a last hurrah. First free throw good. And it's 61-40. Hawks Nest beginning to depart, and the Rage Cage serenading them as they go. Second shot good. 62-41. Raiders with the lead. It's a final at Varina. 71-49, huge second half for the Blue Devils. Hudson will get a turnover, drive the lane, no good. Put it up again on the rebound and draw the foul. Foul will be on Snavely, his first. And with 1:47 to go, Hudson, who scored 8 in the first half but is scoreless this half, hadn't played a lot in the second half, will get a shot at some points here. First one, the lefty puts it up. Front iron, no good. Busy weekend, fans. Tomorrow on Twitter, Hanover Sports for Randolph-Macon men's basketball. Senior day at 2 o'clock at Crenshaw. Taking on Emory and Henry. They're tied for first in the ODAC. Yellow Jackets win. They have the inside track for the #1 seed in the ODAC. Hudson makes the second, 62-42. That's a 2 o'clock start. Twitter coverage after 1:30 on Hanover Sports. Then we go to the Region 5B Wrestling Championship at Lee Davis. It'll be a 5 p.m. projected start for the championship round. Ross spins in the lane, shot no. Rebound straight to him, put it up good. 62-44. Karabiak gets the inbounds over to Smith, across to Miller. Miller, bounce pass to Snavely, lost it, got it back, got it back a second time, over to Smith, back to Snavely, 1:10 left. Raiders will finish 11-11 for first-year coach Raleigh Axel. That'll be the best record for a boys basketball team in Hanover County this year. Miller for 3, no good. Rebound to Hanover, final minute. Inside to Brooks. Had it, lost it. Dribbles out, puts up a 3, no. Rebound to Faber.
Faber with the rebound.
35 to go. Dribbling the time away. Turnover, and then a turnover right back. And we get a foul.
Timeout, Raiders.
It's a timeout for Atlee, and we may not have gotten a foul. No, it is not a foul. It's a timeout with 15 seconds to go. 62-44. And Atlee will finish with a record of 11-11.
Coming into the game, number 22 for senior captain, Person Miller.
Armstrong has defeated Highland Springs 77-74. Will the Springers make the playoffs? 10 seconds left. Raiders, reverse layup, good for Faber. Darren Faber gets in the book, and the game is over. Your final score, the Atlee Raiders 64, and the Hanover Hawks 44. The Hawks will end the regular season Monday at Deep Run, while the Raiders finish 2017-18 with a record of 11-11. They may not make the postseason this year. They'll have to replace the sharpshooting Carson Miller, but there's a ton of talent coming back, and Raleigh Axel has a full off season with these gentlemen. Atlee can be a force in years to come, and they've taken a huge step in the right direction. For Hanover, they fall to 2-19. They finish the regular season at Deep Run Monday night, but they have life because in Region 4B, they all get into the postseason, and Hanover will be in that play-in game, 12 versus 13, next Friday night. All right, fans, we're going to stay with you for just a moment to try to get other final scores. Matoaka's postseason hopes have just taken a hit as a comeback falls short. And Hopewell gets the win tonight. Blue Devils 66, Matoaka 58. And that may end up being a situation to where we have Highland Springs backing into the postseason as that number 8 seed. Going to be really interesting when the numbers are run and we get updated figures from Region 5B, exactly what's going on. Final score just in, George with 60, Monacan 50 in boys basketball action. Chiefs now at 12-8 on the season. George Wythe looking to be a top seed in their region tournament in Class 3. And they, of course, will get underway into next week, early the following week as well. Lee Davis just hit a three-pointer to cut Patrick Henry's lead down to 5. So it's 58-53. Patriots by 5. Late fourth period in that one. Let's run some numbers for you here, shall we? Carson Miller in his final game in an Atlee uniform hits 3 three-pointers, scores 14 on the night. Tyler Warren, after being shut out for the first 21 and a half minutes, ends up with 10. Andrew Cook with a great night. 12 in the second half, 17 to lead Atlee. DJ Sims had 7 in the first, only 3 in the second, 10 total. Jalen Ross scored 9 of his 11 in the second half. He was the majority of their scoring. Will Fayhead gets 9 on the night. Colin Hudson had 8 in the first half, only 1 in the second, and finishes with 9. And it is a final Douglas Freeman hangs on and defeats Mills Godwin in overtime, 59-52. 59-52 in overtime is our final score. And it'll be Douglas Freeman knocking off Mills Godwin in an absolute classic. And that may have saved Douglas Freeman's home game in the first round next Friday night, the Region 5B quarterfinals. And Freeman and Godwin could find each other in the 4-5 slot, depending upon how other games finish and how the rating points bear out. We still have games to go Monday, Tuesday, and a few teams are even playing on Wednesday. So there's a long way to go until we know the final, and the final seeds are out. But they'll be out by Thursday, and you can count on Region Tournament Central at RVASportsNetwork.com to have all the information you need. Games, brackets, scores, finals, anything, everything, all throughout the region tournaments. Region Tournament Central will be at RVASportsNetwork.com, and that's coming up beginning on Thursday. So stay with us, fans, for that. We look forward to getting you that information and keeping you informed as we get ready for postseason play. Well, fans, it's been a fantastic basketball season for the Game of the Week live here on the RVA Sports Network. We get set for postseason action. We will keep you posted across our Twitter network as to where we're going to be with live Twitter coverage. Ourselves, our reporters down the way, and this may not be our last basketball broadcast of the year. We'll see what happens as the road to the Siegel Center weaves and winds its way over the next 30 days. State championships at VCU March 8th, March 9th, and March 10th. And one final score, J.R. Tucker had a three-pointer at the buzzer to win, and it didn't connect. Glen Allen wins 57-55. Final Jaguars win on Silent Night at home over the Tigers. Thanks so much for being with us, fans, for the Game of the Week here on the RVA Sports Network. 64-44 your final. The Raiders finish 11-11. Hanover still has hope getting into the postseason in the all-in Region 4B. Tonight's doubleheader Game of the Week, an exclusive broadcast presentation of the RVA Sports Network, solely intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of tonight's broadcast without the express written consent of HCS Media LLC is strictly prohibited. Central Region Now, the exclusive podcast for the RVA Sports Network, returns Sunday with our final top 10 basketball polls of the season. They'll be released Sunday on Central Region Now and at RVASportsNetwork.com. Rob Witham saying thanks so much for being with us, and have a good night from Atlee High School.